Kevin Durant still in Phoenix, but that was up in the air just before yesterday's trade deadline. Shams Charania back with us now. Shams, how close did a Kevin Durant deal get, and what teams were involved here?
The Luka Lakers have figured it out. After a slow start, he finally looks like himself, and the Lakers look like a problem for the Western Conference, not only this year, but moving forward. It was a fantastic win against the Nuggets, a Nuggets team that has really dominated the Lakers over the last couple of seasons, and we finally got to see, quite frankly, the Luka that the Lakers traded for. The NBA is keeping an eye on Ja Morant. Respected insiders are saying that if you're looking for the next big star to be moved to a new team.
Welcome back to FAMESHOW Host, everyone. Today's episode is set to ignite your passion for NBA drama as we dive into the sizzling world of blockbuster trade rumors that could reshape the league. While nothing might ever top the monumental Luka trade, insiders are buzzing about even bigger moves on the horizon. And today, the focus is on predicting which superstar might be the next to hit the trade block. The NBA trade market is buzzing like never before. Following the shockwaves of the Luka deal, every team now seems to have their eyes on a fresh start, ready to make moves that could alter the entire league landscape. In this rapidly evolving scenario, no superstar is completely off the table. The question on everyone's mind: who will be the next game-changing name to be traded? It's a time when every rumor counts and every insider tip sends shockwaves across the league. Today, our discussion centers around 4 electrifying names: Ja Morant, Kevin Durant, Trae Young, and even Giannis Antetokounmpo. Each of these players carries not just immense talent, but also a unique set of circumstances that could trigger a blockbuster trade. Let's kick things off with Ja Morant. The Memphis star has been a sensation on the court, but recent trade chatter, led by respected reporter Howard Beck, has added fuel to the fire. When someone like Howard Beck, a titan in NBA reporting, hints at keeping an eye on Morant, you know the stakes are high? Exactly. Despite Morant's explosive talent, there are concerns about his on-court behavior, frequent injuries, and even off-court controversies. The Grizzlies, who have long built their roster around his potential, might be facing a tough decision. Trading Morant could be seen as a necessary risk if it means landing a superstar who's more consistent and mature. Someone who can drive them to that elusive championship. Picture this: a team that's been riding on Morant's highs might decide that the long-term benefits of stability outweigh the short-term flash. His unpredictable nature, even moments like his father's bizarre on-court incidents, might tip the scales. The Grizzlies could very well gamble on a fresh start if the trade brings in a player who can lead them deep into the playoffs. Now, let's talk about none other than Kevin Durant, a name that sends shockwaves throughout the NBA. With just 1 year left on his contract with the Suns and his well-publicized refusal to sign an extension, KD's situation is a powder keg waiting to explode. That's right, Durant's predicament is one of the hottest topics in the league. Here's a player in his prime at 37, wielding immense power on the court while simultaneously holding the reins of his own destiny. The Suns, knowing the value he brings, might be forced into a corner. And the trade rumors? They're absolutely wild. Rumors have been swirling about potential destinations for Durant, teams like Miami, where his star power could merge with a dynamic roster, the Minnesota Timberwolves, leveraging old chemistry and fresh ambition, or even a jaw-dropping complex deal involving the Dallas Mavericks. The last time KD was traded, the return was massive. Think Mel Bridges, Cam Johnson, and control over 5 first-round picks. But now, with his contract and age in mind, the equation might be completely different. Next up on our radar is Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks, a young star whose future seems as unpredictable as it is promising. Young has shown time and again that he's got the talent and competitive fire. But there's an undercurrent of uncertainty about his role in Atlanta's long-term plans. The Hawks have been in the midst of a rebuild that hasn't quite taken off, leaving Trae in a precarious position. Even though his on-court performances have been electric, the team's shifting strategy and the failure of their previous rebuild raise serious questions about his future with the franchise. That's where the Orlando Magic come in. Rumor has it that the Magic are eyeing Young as the perfect fit to kickstart their own evolution. With a roster that could use a dynamic playmaker and the defensive grit to cover any liabilities, Trae might just be the missing piece to their puzzle. Imagine the deal: the Hawks could unload Trae Young and, in return, secure not only young talent like Anthony Black or Cavius, but also a treasure trove of valuable draft picks. It would be a high-risk, high-reward move, one that could reinvent both teams' futures. Now hold on to your seats, because here comes a twist that might just blow your mind. Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the NBA's most dominant forces, has also been floated as a potential trade piece this summer. It might sound almost unthinkable. Giannis at 30 years old is the epitome of two-way excellence, and his leadership has been the cornerstone for the Milwaukee Bucks. But imagine if the Bucks, in a bid to retool and inject fresh energy into their system, decide to move even a superstar like him. The idea is radical, but in today's high-stakes trade market, no move is too bold. What if a blockbuster deal involving Giannis could bring in not just raw talent, but also strategic assets like Morant and a prized first-round pick? The thought of rebalancing a championship contender through such a dramatic trade is the kind of seismic shift that fans only dream about. So what do these rumors really mean for the future of the NBA? Essentially, we're looking at a trade season that has the potential to rewrite the playbook on how franchises build championship teams. Whether it's the risk-laden move involving Morant, the intricate negotiations around Kevin Durant, the uncertain future of Trae Young, or even the revolutionary idea of trading Giannis, each scenario could dramatically reshape the league. Absolutely. Each potential trade isn't just about swapping names on paper, it's about altering the strategic landscape. A blockbuster move can redefine a franchise's identity, shift the balance of power in the league, and even set off a chain reaction that forces other teams to adapt quickly. That's the magic of the NBA trade season. Every rumor and every insider tip brings us closer to a future where the lineups we know today might be unrecognizable tomorrow. The anticipation, the debates, and the sheer unpredictability make this one of the most thrilling times in sports history. Let's take a closer look at the strategic chess match unfolding behind these potential trades. Imagine the Grizzlies, long invested in Morant, suddenly faced with the option to trade him. They'd be taking a calculated risk, sacrificing a high-energy talent to possibly land a more stable, mature superstar who could provide the consistency needed to compete for a title. And then there's the intricate puzzle surrounding Kevin Durant. The Suns are in a precarious position with KD on the roster for just one more year. The potential return could involve a mix of young prospects, future draft picks, and even established players to balance out the loss of his star power. It's a high-stakes negotiation where every asset counts. Similarly, consider the case of Trae Young. The Atlanta Hawks are in a bind after a rebuild that hasn't quite panned out. Trading Young to the Orlando Magic could offer both sides a fresh start. The Magic would gain a dynamic playmaker, while the Hawks could rebuild with the influx of young talent and key draft capital. The strategic implications of such a move would be enormous. Throughout this roller coaster of trade rumors, one thing has been constant: the electrifying energy from the fans. Social media platforms are ablaze with discussions, debates, and predictions about every potential move. Fans are dissecting every headline and every tweet from insiders like Howard Beck. That's right, the passion from the NBA community is palpable. Some fans are rallying behind the idea of trading Morant for a more reliable leader, while others are calling for Kevin Durant to make his next move clear once and for all. The discussions around Trae Young and the even bolder whispers about Giannis have everyone talking. The diversity of opinions is what makes it all so intriguing. Each rumor is scrutinized, debated, and celebrated in a way that only true sports enthusiasts can. It's a testament to how deeply the game resonates with fans and how every potential trade can spark conversations that extend far beyond the court. Looking ahead, if even one of these blockbuster trade rumors becomes reality, the NBA could be stepping into a whole new era. Imagine a league where teams are completely redefined by a handful of daring moves, where traditional power structures are challenged and new dynasties are born overnight. It's not just about the individual players, it's about the domino effect that a major trade can have on the entire league. A trade involving a superstar like Kevin Durant or even a daring move with Giannis could force every team to rethink their strategy. The ripple effect would be felt from the front offices right down to the fans in the stands. The stakes have never been higher. Each team is poised to seize any opportunity to tip the scales in their favor. And while some moves may seem risky, the potential rewards are astronomical. The next few months might just produce one of the most transformative periods in NBA history. Thank you for joining us on this exhilarating journey through the world of NBA blockbuster trade rumors. From Morant to Kevin Durant, Trae Young to even the possibility of Giannis on the move, the future of the league is unfolding before our very eyes. Stay tuned as we continue to follow every twist and turn in what could be the most transformative summer in NBA history. Please like and subscribe for the latest entertainment and celebrity news.